Reallyfe 3 Starz. We got him back in the building. The original, the originator, the one and only. Pimpin Ken, or Ken Ivory, whichever one I want to say. Welcome back to the couch. Welcome. It's been a while.
Yes, sir. It's been a minute.
I see you got some people with you. Let's take the time out to see who you got with you, man. Yeah, if you don't mind, Miss Young Lady, Bubbles.
Hey, it's Bubbles from Pressure Clothing at Big T.
Oh yeah, we've been seeing you going live. Hold on, wait, keep the microphone for a second.
Okay.
We've been seeing you going live, Bubbles. Right next to shout out dog Katie, the jeweler at Gym City.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you right there in the pocket of it. How does it feel to be at Big T and kind of running it up right there?
It feels great. I like it. There's a lot of walk-through traffic there, so it's really good for me. It's going really well.
How does one get the name Bubbles?
I'm a bubbly person.
There you go.
So that's it.
There you go.
I'm a very bubbly person. So yeah.
I heard that the most hated type of African American woman is the bubbly black woman. Is that true?
That is so true. That is so true because people, I feel like they like to, instead of calling me Bubbles or bubbly, they like to say that I'm like a white girl, or they say that I'm, what's the other one that I get a lot? Bougie. Yeah, I definitely get that. So yeah, it is. It's hard being a bubbly person. It is. It is.
Yeah, a lot of men love it. A lot of men hate it.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Behind us is my dog Trey. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir. HHF.
HHF, man.
Let's go.
What's good, man? Plain Trey, man. Plain Trey DFW on Instagram, all that. They might call me Ben Tager sometimes too, man.
I'm fucking with that shirt, brother. This is nice.
Appreciate it, man.
Nah, for real, fly. All right, Ken, what's been up since last time we seen you, man? I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing you going viral as of late. You seem to always stay in the algorithm.
Well, I have a saying, and me and Bubbles was talking about it upstairs. It's about positioning yourself. A lot of people set goals, but I don't set goals. I just position myself to win. So everything I do, it's all about position. It's all about strategy, right? So coming up here in the initial stages 2-3 years ago, it was a position. It led me to 19 Keys. It led me to the Breakfast Club, to Drink Champs, and then that led me to Michael Cox and Connect with Johnny, the more European, I would say, type of settings, right? So, it's just, going viral, but positioning yourself to go viral, staying relevant. I remember 50 Cent and I had a conversation. We were shooting a video, PIMP, and we was in LA. We was at a mansion. And I was so happy that my book was doing well. I was on the New York Best Time Seller. And I said, 50, my book is #1. And 50 looked at me, said, do it again. He said, you only get one time to be Pimpology. He said, I only had one time to be Get Rich or Die Trying. He said, Ken, you got to keep reinventing yourself. And so, thanks to 50, man, I've been on a consummate journey to reinvent myself. So
definitely. Now you've been doing your big one. You've been doing your big one. Well,
I gotta take my glasses off. Some shit.
Go. Yeah, come on now.
I see movement.
So, we want to get right to it, man. I just want to speak on the virability that you've been going on, and shout out Boss Talk. You had went over there and sat down and spoke with him, and once again, it happened on Reallyfe 3 Starz where we spoke of an infamous tape that Pimp C had.
Absolutely.
Of one of music industry's darlings that he had and that you had laid eyes on. And it's been just floating around. And again, I seen it going again on Twitter as far as just trending with yourself speaking about it.
But have you seen the comments?
Yeah, I've seen the comments.
One guy said, Jay-Z gonna kill you. I was like, man, I ain't even say no name. He's like, Jay-Z gonna kill you. Don't play with New York. And guys like, man, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't have said this. Come on in, bro. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have said this and you shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, man, I didn't say anything. I said, I never said a name. All I said was a famous R&B chick and a super duper rich guy that was in the industry, that was in the rap industry. And people just they just went crazy with it. They said what they wanted to say. Everybody had their own analogy and stuff like that. And, you know, man, everywhere I go, Joker, everywhere I go, people ask me about that tape. It's like, I'm like, I can't live it down. You know, even when I was on Boss Talk a couple weeks ago with Bubbles, we was promoting our establishment pressure that's at Big T's. You know, he was asking me about it. I said, bro, let's let it go. You know what I'm saying? He said, no, kid, everybody wants to know who was the chick on the tape. Now, my thing is, you know, if Pimp C was alive, right? You know, unfortunately, my brother's dead. Y'all know Pimp C was my best friend. If he was alive and he gave me permission, I would speak on it. Because at the time that I seen the tape, he never gave me permission or he never put it out. I would be a slime ball, no good, rotten dog.
Okay.
If I put that information out there.
Okay.
But they still call me a slime ball, no good, rotten dog because I won't give them the information. So I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. But all the thing I can tell people out there in TV land is that use your imagination. A R&B chick that's really big at the time and a rapper that was really big, that was extremely rich. At that time, we talking about Pimp C died 08, so go back past 08, and you would get, it's 07 that he showed me the tape. You'll get a pretty much glimpse of what it is. So you got to use your own imagination. Now, it's some people, you know, that's in the circle of Pimp C, and they said it. You know, I don't know if y'all picked up what they was putting down, but they said it quite a few times. You know, Bobo, what's his name? The guy,
Bobo Luciano.
Yeah, he knows who it is. 17 know who it is. I'm not the only person. So when Vlad asked Boosie, do you think Pimpin Ken seen a tape with a R&B chick? Boosie told him like, man, I don't want to talk about that. But see, Vlad, he's saying all this stuff because he don't think that, you know, I actually seen the tape and that I was trying to clickbait. Yeah. But if you remember the conversation, it was not about me seeing the tape, bro. It was about Bubble trying to compete with me. Bubble, what you call it, Luciano? Yeah, that's my nigga. He compete with me about who knows the most about Pimp C. I said, I bet you ain't seen the sex tape. That's how that conversation started. It was never about no clickbait. I was never trying to get no attention. Boss Talk put that shit out and that shit went viral. And I didn't have nothing to do with it going viral. I didn't tell him to put it out. I never had any intention. I would have never mentioned on no other platform. It was just two people that really knew Pimp C was having a dialogue, and he was kind of like trying to one up on me. I'm like, dude, you know, so what you talking about, man? Pimp C my guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody know that Pimp C is my guy. And but he said Pimp C is his guy too, which he is his guy. But we was trying to say who guy was he the most? And that's how that conversation slipped out.